That's the overriding mantra. Get real. Deal
Yeah.
with what is. Pivot. Flex. The world's not going to be the way you want it to be. It just isn't. Doesn't mean you
True.
can't do good work. Okay. At least once a week. I'm not kidding you. At least once a week. I have a conversation with somebody who's a researcher, and this is either a coaching client or it's someone on a client's team, someone online, someone in my DMs who's a researcher. And they're saying, well, they want a research report and they want my findings and they want all my stuff and they want all this detail. And I give it to them, and their reaction is what you just described. Either it's, well, so what do I do with this? Or it's ignored, right? And it's not used and no one references it or ever pays attention to it again as if it didn't exist. And you're like, well, I don't understand why this is. This has everything to do with framing, okay? The assumption, because again, we've been taught this is the way you do research. This is the right way to put rigor and all this kind of stuff. And we assume that everyone gives a shit as much as we do. Untrue. What any manager or executive wants to know is, okay, great. What does this mean for me? What should I do? What should we or should not do? Where should we explore? What does it mean? So I tell people all the time, like, you need a page one that says, here's what we learned. Here's what I think it means. Here's what I think we should do as a result. And then here's
Yeah.
what outcome it either prevents or enables. Okay. You're essentially saying, especially to people at a higher level, like VPs, executives, look, I know you're placing this bet regardless, with or without this information. I think that if we do it this way, if we make sure that we at least answer these questions, that bet's a lot less risky for you. You're mitigating risk to some degree and saying, I can help you make a better, more educated, not educated, I hate that word, informed decision that is less likely to blow up in your face and more likely to give you a return on that investment. That's how you frame it. If they read the rest of it, hey, awesome, especially if they're asking for it. There are a lot of people in management positions who want these big reports. Everybody knows damn well no one's reading it. So page one
Yeah.
has got to be that summary I just talked about. It's these things. Give away the ending first. Here's what this
For sure.
means for you. And that's
Don't
it.
bury the lead.
Right. Never. Never, never. And we've been taught to do it the opposite way. People do it in
We
their
have.
case studies online.
Yes.
The payoff is at the end. Like, I'm not reading all that shit. And a recruiter who's staring down a stack of 100 people or 100 things they have to review today is sure as hell not reading it. You got 30 seconds. Give me the ending of the story. I think just about every part of this profession, anytime we're in front of somebody who's not us, that's the deal. You got to cut to the chase. What does this help this person, this organization be or do or have? And you got to lead with
Yes.
that first. It's the only way you have any leg up. It's the only way anyone's going to listen to anything you say after that.
I agree. As a researcher who has done a lot of that traditional report writing, I am now like, put that method in the appendix. No one gives a shit unless they
Correct.
question it.
Correct.
Now, you
Cover
might
your
have to
ass, right?
yes, you might have to say who you talk to if it's very specific. That is important to the findings. But it count of N interviews done on this platform, like no one cares. You care. You might want to remember it later. Appendix a great spot for that.
Amen. You're absolutely right.
And
Absolutely
it's
right.
been hard. It's been hard to learn that. And now I'm making my team. I peer review everyone's reports. I'm like,
Yeah.
put in the appendix. And they're like, I know you're going to say that. I'm like, well, then don't do it. Don't do it. Put it back there.
Yeah. Like I said, every once in a while I get a thing with, well, that's easy for you to say. But it isn't. Okay. I learned all this, like I said, the hard way.
Yes.
There's no easy about it. And there are some parts of this that I don't personally agree with. Again, it doesn't matter. What I like doesn't matter. What is matters. You suffer when you don't deal with what is and when you're fixated on what should be. What a waste of time and energy and emotion.
Right. Rigor doesn't have to be your output of your report. That's not where the value of research rigor is.
No. And again, that's all the things that show up, hopefully, in everything that I do. And I think it shows up in this book as well. That's the overriding mantra. Get real. Deal with what is. Pivot. Flex. The world's not going to be the way you want it to be. It just isn't. Doesn't mean you can't do good work. Doesn't mean you can't help people. Doesn't mean you can't do good things.
Yeah. I have had the opportunity where I was put on a project, kind of a consultancy basis. And I can't even remember redesigning some internal tool or something. And I gave him a menu. Here's a short list of research efforts that take this much time, and we will learn this. Here's a medium effort that's a little bit longer, a few more things that we could learn, and maybe some different methods or additional methods to the small, and a large, which will take a long time, will get us closer to confidence, sure, but it takes longer. So what works? Because how much can you move forward with the
Yeah,
unknown?
I love that. I love it. It's an
And having a
acknowledgement of
conversation
reality.
around, yeah,
It's an acknowledgement of reality. It's options. It's flexibility. It's saying, all right, there are a number of ways we could go about doing this. That's smart. I mean, I totally agree. And I think that nobody talks enough about that kind of approach.
yeah. Well, I learned it the kind of the hard way because I
Right.
had, I came up with a plan and my manager's like, "Oh, yeah, I don't know about that." This is like a 3-month engagement and you went a whole month on just like discovery research. I don't know that we're going to be able to do that. So, what are some other options to make sure we can give them some value in this short time span? I'm like, "All right,
Yeah.
let me think about it. Maybe I don't interview 10 people, I interview 2, right? And what risk would there be only in interviewing 2 people over 10?
Right. And if that's all you can do, that's all you can do.
Right.